Hey y'all, what's good, beautiful people? It's your girl Tay, and I am here yet again with another update video. So definitely make sure you guys smash that like button, comment down below, subscribe, plus push your post notification bell button so that when anytime I upload a video, you will be notified. All right, so we are going to jump right into it because the comments about what's going on with Social Security has been absolutely crazy. Now, as always, you guys, you know we're going to talk about emergency SNAP maximum benefits. No, I did not check today. We're going to do that together. I'm going to take a look a little bit later on in the video just to see if anything has changed. I doubt it. But I've been wrong, and I think I was wrong last month because I thought we weren't going to get any more benefits for October, and here we are. Okay, so let me go to the sources that I saw. I did see one on the regular internet yesterday. I want to say shortly, like I said, the comments about Social Security. I had one subscriber or viewer actually ask me about Social Security benefits. And so when I went to look that up, I found some information. And then without even looking it up, the source that I usually utilize for all of my information, popped up a notification on across my device letting me know that there was some additional information. So I'm going to go to the one on the internet first. I don't know if this one is going to be the same as the other one. We're going to look at it. Okay. So this one, hold on. Okay, so this one is talking about the cost of living adjustment for 2022. It says big Social Security benefits increase announced this week. Okay, so it says recipients of Social Security payments are set to boost in the cost of living adjustment, the COLA, in 2022. The increase is due to the United States seeing an upturn in the price of commodities across the country, okay, as well as fuel and cars. Let's go back. Sizable COA increase for 2021. The adjustment could be as high as 5.3% in 2022, as per a report by CNBC. A huge increase on the 1.3% adjustment that has been in place in 2021. What's more is that it would also be the biggest increase seen in the United States in over a decade. The Senior Citizens League, meanwhile, suggests that the increase could be as high as 6.1%, okay, which would be the biggest increase seen since 1983 when the COLA was at 7.4%. Okay, so then they're talking about why the COLA is going to increase next year. It says one of the biggest factors is the performance of the economy over the next few months, though the cost of living adjustment is generally announced in October, and a lot relies on the interest rates and whether or not they will be raised by the Federal Reserve. Okay, it has been confirmed already that the COLA will increase, though the exact percentage is yet to be announced. So we know that it's going to increase. We just don't know what the exact amount is. Okay. While no one knows the exact percentage of the COLA increases, one more time. While no one knows the exact percentage of the COLA increase retirees will see in January, we do know there will be an increase. Okay. And this is again coming from the Senior Citizens League's website. So you guys might want to check that out if you want to find any additional information about this. Okay. It says, according to the Senior Citizens League, May's inflation rate was higher than anticipated, and that is expected to be the case again in October. With this in mind, they are working at Capitol Hill, hoping to have a fourth stimulus check approved. Yeah, right. Okay. That to me was just straight up clickbait, but this is what it says in this article. It says they are hoping to have a fourth stimulus check approved. The White House, though, has all but ruled out that possibility. Okay. And then there's no more information about this on this particular source. So now we're going to head over to the other website and check out what it's saying over there. So give me one brief moment. Here we go. Bam. Okay, so Social Security checks, and this is according to ABC News. Okay, Social Security checks getting big boosts as inflation rises. Millions of retirees on Social Security will get a 5.9% boost in the benefits for 2022. The biggest cost of living adjustment in 39 years follows a burst in inflation as the economy struggles to take off the drag of the pandemic. Okay, the cost of living adjustment, as it's commonly called, amounts to an added $92 a month for the average retired worker. Now, I want you guys to wait on this, okay? Because again, this is an article. This is what's being reported. Whether this information has been verified and is coming straight from the Federal Reserve or Social Security itself, I would say wait. This is the information that is in this article, but I don't want to get you guys' hopes up and then you come back to me next year and say, oh, you said it was going to be $95 and I only got $15. This is the information that is in this article. Okay. So I just want you guys to be aware, because a lot of this information sometimes is like, it's like fluff pieces, like they're adding additional information in there just to make their article more appealing. Okay. So just be aware, okay? Because we've seen this, especially during the pandemic, where a lot of people will post things, and a lot of these reporters will put out pieces talking about things like this that are specific things that they know the public wants to hear about, but they'll add some information that may not be exactly true. Because as you heard, the previous article that I read, they said specifically that they know that there's going to be an increase, but they don't know how much it's going to be, okay? So this is at best an estimate or an educated guess. All right. Let's see. It's an abrupt break from a long lull of inflation that saw cost of living adjustments averaging about just at 1.65% a year over the past 10 years. With the increase, the estimated Social Security payment for a retired worker will be $1,657 a month next year. A typical couple's benefits would raise by $154 to $2,753 per month. Okay, but that's just to help make up for rising costs that recipients are already paying for food, gasoline, and other goods and services. It goes pretty quickly. And this is coming from a retiree. Cliff Rumsey said, in terms of the cost of living increases. After a career in sales for a leading steel manufacturer, Rumsey lives near Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. He cares at home for his wife of nearly 60 years, Judy, who has advanced Alzheimer's disease. So the rest of this just kind of goes on to talk about his personal circumstance and how he feels about the cost of living and the not proposed, but I want to say what's the word? I can't get it. The confirmed increase for the cost of living adjustment for Social Security benefits. Okay. It says the cost of living adjustment affects household budgets for about 1 in 5 Americans. That includes Social Security recipients, disabled veterans, and federal retirees, nearly 70 million people in all. For baby boomers who embarked on retirement within the past 15 years, it will be the biggest increase they've seen. Okay. Among them is Kitty Rutterman of Queens in New York City, who retired from her career as an executive assistant and has been collecting Social Security for about 10 years. Okay. We wait to hear every year what the increase is going to be, and every year it's been so insignificant, she said. This year, thank goodness, it will make a difference. So I really, 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 really hope truly for all of my seasoned seniors. I'm a little tongue-tied today, but for all of my seasoned seniors, I really do hope that they make good on all of this stuff that they are putting out there. I really do hope that you guys see this increase. I know that a lot of you guys are living on a fixed income. I know that a lot of you guys have to budget, and I know that it doesn't really help with the fact that everything is rising. There is an inflation. Cost is going up for fuel, like they said, even buying our normal everyday things, toilet paper, toiletries, things of that nature. All of that stuff is increasing. Okay, if you guys want me to do other videos where I can give you guys, I can research things that are on discount for those of you guys who have a tighter budget, I can definitely do that in future videos. I can research and look up things and avenues in different states, not necessarily resources like the things that I've been talking about, but looking up sales and things of that nature, places where you can go, where you can get the things that you need for your household, but at a more affordable cost. Okay. I know for myself personally, I'm not rich. I'm not wealthy. I would not at all say that I am in the what do you call that, middle income class, because I'm not. I'm still considered a low income person. So for myself personally, whether I'm getting a little bit of extra money because maybe I have a job at the time or not, I still like to bargain shop, if that makes sense. If you guys need some help in that area, I can definitely look into it. Now, I'm not making any promises, but it's definitely worth a try because everything is increasing. Okay, we talked about the prices increasing even at places like the Dollar Tree. Out here we have the Dollar Tree. I don't don't know if that store is available across the US, but the Dollar Tree is always a really good option. You may not be able to get your usual soaps that you like to get at Target or Walmart or whatever, but they still have some really good name brand toiletries that you can get at the Dollar Tree at the 99-cent store. Okay, so use those things to your advantage if you're not already. I'm not trying to preach to anybody, and I'm pretty sure everybody already knows about these establishments, but just in case you didn't, because there's a lot of people who literally be living under a rock and then come out, okay, out of hibernation and have no idea where to go and who to talk to. Okay, so again, those stores are really, really, really good. I go there all the time. I'm not gonna lie. I go there all the time. And they have really good stuff that you can find, even in terms of decorations for your household, little containers that you can purchase for your household. But I don't want to get too much into that. We can do that in a completely separate video. But again, y'all let me know if you want me to do a series on that, because I can definitely do that. We can do some bargain shopping. And if I got to go out there and find these sales myself and just bring y'all along, I will definitely do that. But let me know down in the comment section below. Let me see here. Here we go. Okay, so I didn't want to get more and more into these people's lives, okay, even though it's already in the public eye in this article. But, you know, basically this woman, Rudderman, is saying that says she times her grocery shopping to take advantage of the midweek senior citizen discounts, but even so, price hikes have been extreme. She says she doesn't think she can afford medication that her doctor has recommended, okay? And these are a lot of things also that I think the government needs to be looking into while they're looking into all this other stuff, giving money across seas and this, and that, and the third. Now, you know, in the past, I have always been one to say that it doesn't really matter what they're doing, over there, as long as they're taking care of home first. Just make sure over here is okay first. And with all the bickering that's going on up there at the White House, I think that they really need to take a step back and figure out what the priorities are, because these issues here, this being one of them, what's going on with the senior citizens, I feel like that is a part of the economy, that is a part of the population, along with disabled, along with veterans. I can go on and on and on, but there is a long list of people in the population that literally slips through the cracks and nobody really talks about them. They bring them up in situations like this where they feel they have to, because of course everybody sees and everybody notices. But if we're not in the midst of a pandemic, I still feel like these parts of the population is something that slips through the cracks and nobody talks about it enough to make a difference, if that makes any sense. Okay, so we're going to keep talking about it, because they need to make some serious changes up there, and they need to know that our seniors are out here struggling and having a hard time, and without them, there would be no us. Okay. AARP CEO Joe Ann Jenkins called the government payout increase crucial for Social Security beneficiaries and their families as they try to keep up with rising costs. Policymakers say the adjustment is a safeguard to protect Social Security benefits against the loss of purchasing power and not a pay bump for retirees. Okay. About half of seniors live in households where Social Security provides at least 50% of their income, and 1/4 rely on their monthly payment for all or nearly all their income. Okay. You never want to minimize the importance of COLA, said retirement policy expert Charles Blouse. I want to say Blahouse, a former public trustee helping to oversee Social Security and Medicare finances. What people are able to purchase is very profoundly affected by the number that comes out. We are talking the necessities of living in many cases. They need to take everything into consideration, okay? We need rent, we need mortgage, we need car payments, we need utilities, we need sewage, water, all the stuff that comes along, property taxes. We need everything, including that. We need food, okay? We need everything that allows a person to live a basic, normal life. Okay, we need all of that to be taken into consideration, because a lot of the times I feel like with these federal programs, they only take what they consider to be important when they're calculating their numbers, trying to figure out what they're going to waive in terms of your income. Okay. And what I mean by that is, let's just say you're applying for CalWORKS, or you're applying for general relief, which is where they give you some cash aid and maybe they'll give you some food stamps. Okay. They'll calculate certain expenses that you may have. Okay. Your rent or your mortgage, and then your utilities, and maybe they'll ask you about your cell phone. But in reality, for most people, there's a lot more necessities and bills that need to be paid on a regular basis that they don't take into consideration. Okay. A cell phone or a house phone, which one, whatever one you have, some type of internet. We need to stay connected to the outside world. Okay, so there's plenty of things that I think that they need to take in consideration and take another look at their calculations when they're going over all of this. It says this year, Social Security trustees report amplified warnings about the long-range financial stability of the program, but there's little talk about fixes in Congress. Okay, with lawmakers consumed by President Joe Biden's massive domestic legislation and partisan machinations over the national debt, Social Security cannot be addressed through the budget reconciliation process Democrats are attempting to use to deliver Biden's promises. Social Security's turn will come, said Representative John Larson, who is a Democratic of, I think, Connecticut, okay, chairman of the House Social Security Subcommittee and author of legislation to tackle shortfalls that would leave the program unable to pay full benefits in less than 15 years. His bill would raise payroll taxes while also changing the cost of living adjustment formula to give more weight to healthcare expenses, which is another thing I also forgot to mention, but yes, that's significant as well. And other costs that weigh more heavily on the elderly. Larson said he intends to press ahead next year. This one-time shot of COLA is not an antidote, he said. So yeah, it goes more and more into a lot of the additional things that they want to try to look into. The COLA is only one part of the annual financial equation for seniors. An announcement about Medicare's Part B for premium they pay for outpatient care is expected soon. Okay, it's usually an increase, so at least some of any Social Security raise gets eaten up by health care. The Part B premium is now $148.50 a month, and the Medicare trustees report estimated a $10 increase for 2022. Okay. They're talking a little bit more down here about how it's financed. And I'm just kind of skimming through this article at the same time with you guys. Social Security is financed by the payroll taxes collected from workers and their employers. Everybody knows that. Each pays 6.2% on wages up to a cap, which is adjusted each year for inflation. Next year, the maximum amount of earnings subject to Social Security payroll taxes will increase to $147,000. Okay, the financing scheme dates to the 1930s, the brainchild of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who believed a payroll tax would foster among average Americans a sense of ownership that would protect the program from political interference. Whether that has actually worked or not, I don't know, but it goes on to say that argument still resonates. Social Security is my lifeline, said Rudderman, who was a lady we were speaking about earlier, the New York retiree. It's what we've worked for, and I agree. At the end of the day, if you guys are working, if you've been working, obviously, if you're getting Social Security, you had to have worked for some point in your life. I know I've been working since I was 14 years old. You know, I'm working right now on trying to become an entrepreneur, but in reality, more than likely, I'm going to have to get another job sooner rather than later until I get to that point where I can live off of my business. So at the end of the day, I agree. If you have worked and you have that money coming out of your check, you are due that money. I don't understand all of this other stuff that's going on. Like it doesn't make sense to me. You're paying taxes, but then you get all of this runaround when you want to get your money when it's time for you to get your money. It makes no sense because they don't give you the runaround when they need to take their money. They just go in and do what they need to do, and it's done before you even get your next check. But if it's on the reverse, when it's us asking for our money that we've worked so hard for 40, 50, 60 years, how many years you've been working, and it's finally time for you to retire. Everybody's not so lucky where they can retire at a young age. So most people are working, especially now. Last time I looked into this issue, people were retiring at a older age rather than a younger age. Okay. I want to say my grandmother, who God rest her soul, she, on my mother's side, she retired fairly young. She was still up there between her 50s and 60s, but she retired young. Whereas I want to say just within the last 5 years, I feel like I have been seeing people in the senior citizen community retiring much older. Okay. It's like by the time they actually get to retire, they don't even have enough get up in their body to still be able to go out there and enjoy the rest of their lives. It's like they're literally worked themselves half to death, if that makes any sense. And all of that stuff has to change, like really and truly. I hate to see, you know what I mean? It really breaks my heart seeing people. I've seen so many people, especially since the pandemic. I've seen so many people just when I'm out there running my errands and stuff. I see senior citizens working at at Taco Bell, at Walmart, you know what I mean? People who I feel should be at home, you know what I mean, with someone taking care of them, you know what I mean? Y'all know my parents are deceased, but if they were alive and if they were elderly, you're not gonna be working at no 50 and 60 unless you just want to. But I'm going to make it possible to where you're gonna have you a nice spot somewhere here in this household and you just gonna chill. It's time for you to relax, okay? I got this. My parents are not here, but if they were here, I will do that for them, okay? I was going to jump into the emergency SNAP maximum benefits, but I really just felt like this issue deserved a video all by itself. So y'all, don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. We very rarely, seldomly talk about Social Security benefits and what's going on with our senior citizen community. Okay, so I'm going to leave this video right here. You guys know that I will be doing another video most likely on Friday because I am going to be going out of town tomorrow. I've got some business to do. So I probably won't be posting a business video tomorrow, so you guys won't see me again most likely talking about these subjects until Friday, which, by the way, happy hump day, you guys. Today is Wednesday. What's today's day? I think today is the 13th. So happy Vlogtober day 13. Just because I don't want you guys to fuss at me. I don't want you to be mad. I'm going to take a quick look here on my phone just to see if anything has changed, but I doubt it. I'm just going to look. I'm not going to read them out because we're like I said, we're done with this video, but I just want to see if anything has changed. I don't see anything being different from what I gave you guys yesterday. If you guys have seen anything that's different, feel free to leave that information down below in the comment section. As always, I hope this information has been some way helpful or useful to you guys. You know, I absolutely love providing this information, but do me a favor, definitely make sure you smash that like button. It really does help to let YouTube know that you like what I'm doing and you like me. You would want me to stick around, okay? Also, don't forget to check the description box as there will be some discount codes down there and my merch shop. But on that note, I'm going to say remember to live, love, and elevate. And I will definitely see you guys in the next video. Peace, beautiful people. Don't do that. Don't be a hater. My lips are already big. No, your lips are already big. Damn, you started again.